Now, 40,000 construction workers are set to resume work after getting the go-ahead from the Building and Construction Authority.
The easing of rules means that workers can restart work without their employers needing BCA's approval first. Types of work that can be done without approval include renovations and the maintenance of lifts and escalators.
BCA is also temporarily suspending the 10 accommodation criteria so that more workers can return to work. The measures are designed to kickstart the construction sector, which has been hammered by the COVID-19 crisis.
We have correspondent Yip Wai Yee to discuss these developments further. Wai Yee, you spoke to several construction companies. What are their responses to this easing of restrictions? Have these relaxations helped them?
Yeah, I think it definitely has helped them quite a bit. As you know, the construction sector in Singapore has been one of the hardest hit because of the cases in the dorms. So a lot of the projects have been stalled for many, many months, and I think they're just eager to get back on track. So one of the people we spoke to, who's the chief executive of Corey Holdings, Mr. Hoy, he said that the easing of the 10 accommodation rule was actually a huge benefit for him because now it means that 80% of his 200 workers can go back to work. And previously, under the rule, only about 30% could go back to work. So, I mean, this is a huge jump for him. And he also said that, now they have removed a layer of checks because previously you needed approval for workers, sites, and also you had to match specific workers to specific sites. But now you don't have to do the matching part anymore. You just need to have approval for the workers in the site. So that definitely saves a lot of time for him.
Right. Well, this is of course good news for these construction companies, but did they also suggest anything else that could help them during this difficult period? Perhaps easing of other restrictions, Wai Yee?
Yeah, I mean, I think ideally they would love if all restrictions were lifted, but I think they do understand that, projects have to restart in a safe way. Otherwise, we really don't want the same situation to happen again where the dorm cases start all over again. But what happened is that right now there's still restrictions such as the transport has to be staggered for the workers. And even for major construction site projects to restart, they still need to apply for approval. So that's an entire process in itself. So there are definitely still some restrictions. And there was this economist I spoke to from Maybank, Kim Eng, and he said that he actually thinks that even with these relaxation rules, even though they do help a little bit, he thinks that the recovery of the sector will be rather slow because the conditions are still quite strict right now.
Right. Well, so on that note, you also spoke to the former president of the Singapore Contractors Association, Mr. Kenneth Lu. Is he confident that the construction sector will pick up and see better days moving forward?
Okay, I think he is very cautiously optimistic about it. What he said to us yesterday was that he said, every little bit helps because all the projects have been stalled for so long. So even though this is not obviously the ideal situation, the fact that especially for smaller projects, for example, lift maintenance or home renovation works, the fact that these workers can go back to work without needing to seek approval first from the BCA is a huge step forward, I think. So he is optimistic.
Well, thank you so much, Wai Yee, for that sharing and, of course, for coming on to the show. We were speaking to correspondent Yip Wai Yee. Now, you can read her story at straitstimes.com.